See, okay, so you click I'm not a robot and follow this form to confirm that you are not a robot. Window logos plus R, put Ctrl V and enter. Yeah, and we get a session here. Let's see. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how attackers use fake CAPTCHA to trick users into to becoming their victim. This this video is actually for some of us that are doing security awareness, and then you want to demonstrate to your users how attackers can use living off the land, that is the legitimate software, to attack them. And we're going to be getting a session using Meterpreter. So let's get started. So the first thing is getting our payload. We are going to be designing our payload because we are going to be using PowerShell. So I'm going to be making use of MSM Venom. So okay, first let's get my IP address. Let me see what my IP address is. If config, it's 0 or this. So this is my IP address for my Kali, because this is my attacking machine. So 192.168.195.128. Okay, so we're going to be designing a payload that will be compatible with this IP address. We are going to embed this IP address into it for Meterpreter to be able to use. Okay, so the first thing is let's see. I already have the payload written out here, and I've created a folder for this. Okay, so we are going to generate our payload, MSF Venom. And P, we are going to be using Windows, because we are going to be attacking Windows machine, Windows, and our local host. Our local host will be our Kali machine. So in this context is going to be this. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here, and then we are using a PowerShell module, and we are going to give it a name, output. So I'm going to use, let me say, demonstration, demo. Okay, meta, because we are using Meterpreter dot PS1, very important. That's the extension. So it's going to generate the payload here, and don't forget, as I said, we are using 64 bits and we are attacking 64-bit machine. This is my Kali machine. This is to let us know that we are using Meterpreter module. So I'm going to press enter now and see what we have. Okay, it's generating the payload. Yeah, we have it. So normally, before now, there is nothing inside this folder, this YouTube folder. So I'm going to do ls now. Okay, yeah, sorry, I have put the HTML file that we are going to be using, and this is the the script that we just generated now. So this is the HTML CAPTCHA that I got from John Armand. Shout out to him. And actually, the one that was John Armand was the source, and then Cyberma did something. Shout out to her too, because she was the one that I watched. She provided a PowerShell reverse shell, so I'm providing Meterpreter reverse shell here. So I'm going to be showing you. I've modified this this fake CAPTCHA, and then I built an index.html too that we're going to be using, and a movie site that we're going to use, and build to build these attacks. To build this attack and let you guys have a feel of how an attacker is tricking end users. So let's continue. So after I've created this PowerShell from Payload, it's already having my Kali IP now. So the next thing to do now is to is already in our folder now. So we are going to modify this this script now. This HTML file, which is the fake CAPTCHA itself. So let's do that. GN. I'm going to drop the fake CAPTCHA here and the index.html, the home page that I built, because it is this home page that will call this, and this will finally call this. So we're going to see how it's at. But we need to put the link to download this, our payload into this. So that's what we want to do. Let's see fake CAPTCHA. So we are going to, as I said, we are going to make use of, we're going to bring this fake CAPTCHA into this, and this into this fake CAPTCHA, because it is the fake CAPTCHA that will automatically download this payload. So to do that, I'm going to modify this fake CAPTCHA. Okay, I'm going to drop the link to this fake CAPTCHA that I've modified on my own GitHub, where you can download it, and also I'm going to drop that of John Almond and Cybermadi, so that you guys can modify whichever way you want, because this I'm going to be making use of Meterpreter reverse shell. All right, now we have this fake CAPTCHA that we are going to modify the part of it. So this is the part that we are going to modify. We are going to modify this part that will go to download. Okay, so is this part that we are going to download, this reverse shell command. I'm just going to put the IP address of my Kali here, and I'm going to be hosting it on port 8080. The name is still the same name. So the IP address of my Kali is 192.168.195.128, and I'm going to be hosting it on port 8080. So take note of that. I'm going to save this. Okay, so we've saved that now. Then let me close this. So the next thing for us to do now is to modify this index.html. Let's see this index.html. GNE. I'm using GNE as my editor. Index. Okay, so this is just you can use any site that you want, anything to that you know. A lot of people like to download free movies and the like, so I'm using free movies here, and then the parts to download, of course, with the help of ChatGPT and the likes. You don't need to know how to design a website. So we are going to put where we can download. So this, as I've said earlier, I said index we call the fake CAPTCHA, and the fake CAPTCHA we call our payload. And this is the part that I put the fake CAPTCHA. So if once the user click download, it's going to take the user to confirm, verify that I'm not a robot, and with that the user will follow the process, and then the payload will run. And then let me just close this, and then we are almost ready. So let's close this. Okay, so within this folder, this fake CAPTCHA YouTube, I'm going to start a Python server. Sudo Python, you can use any port that you like. So I'm going to start this, and then we ran into an error. I think I'm using port 8080 somewhere else. Could it be that? So I think I was able to figure out what was using the port. I already opened the proxy on Bobsuit. So let's see. Yeah, we are good to go now. So this is working fine. Now the next thing to do is to open our Meterpreter. So MSF console. Let's see, let's open another tab here. Go back to, this is not a must, but let's go back to our YouTube. Let's go back to our folder, CD, our working folder, and let's do MSF console. Already type that, and then we set up a listener. Okay, so that is done. Now let me move my my video is covering that. Let me move it to the other side. We use exploits Motsian. Please, this is for educational purpose. Do not attack anyone that you are not authorized to, and do not use this for your own advantage. This is for user awareness. Okay, so the payload that we are going to be using is the payload that we set up initially. You know, it's defaulting to generic shell, reverse shell. However, we generated a payload of 64 bits Meterpreter reverse shell session. So we are going to be using the same. So let's set up our payload to be set payload, enter. So let's show options to set our host. Show options. So we need to set our local host, which is our Kali, set lhost to our IP address. The IP address of our Kali is what do we have for our IP address is this. So I'm going to copy this and set it here. So we have our IP address here. Okay, so we are good to go. Let's run. Oh, so there is a listener now. Now you can go to any target that is on the same network. Okay, so I'm going to be using, I can use this server. This is my test server. But let me power on the machine that I want to use for this target. So I've powered on this machine that I'm going to be using. You can use any machine as long as they are on the same network, the same subnet with the application. And currently my own is on NAT, so they are on the same subnet with the Kali machine. I was going to use this server before, but there's no point. We are making use of this, so I can go to this my browser now, because a server is already listening here. Don't forget that I already have a server that's set up here on Python server listening here, port 8080, and let's browse and see the beautiful sites that I designed, of course with the help of ChatGPT. Is going to be the IP address of my Kali is what's that again? That's 192, and we have a listener here So 192, forget, this is going to be http://192 and our port. Okay, one thing that you should not forget is you should make use of, you should switch off your Defender, or else this will not work. Defender is going to block it. So let me switch off my Defender. Oh, it's turned off by group policy. I hope this will work, or I will have to create another one. So let's see. So this is the beautiful movie site that I designed so that people can make use of it. And let's see, download. Okay, so it's going to take us to a site where user is going to verify I'm not a robot. See, okay, so you click I'm not a robot, and it asks users to follow this prompt, this prompt. Okay, I'm going to say follow this prompt to confirm that you are not a robot. Window logos +R. I already did this before, so you are going to see something, but normally there won't be anything here. So I'm going to put Ctrl V and enter. Let's see. I hope so let's see if we have a session. Yeah, and we get a session here. Let's see, who am I? We can do something, take a screenshot. Okay, we may not, for end users that we are looking for, we may not need to take a screenshot, but let's do help and see what we can do. We can do a lot of things. An attacker can start recording your microphone if you are not very careful. Where someone can start a webcam chat with you. Can take a screenshot of whatever you are doing, or even take a screen share and start watching you. So, but this is a VM. We may not be able to do some things like webcam and some other things, but we can do a lot. Okay, so let's try and do a screenshot. So let's see what so we can say screenshots. And it's saved to this. Okay, so let me go to open my fake CAPTCHA. Let me go here. Okay, so can you see this is the picture that we took to open, and here we have it here. So if you come here, we are still on this page. Now if I click on verify, normal user is done with whatever he's doing, and you try to click on verify, it's supposed to take you back to that page thinking nothing has happened. Just think nothing has happened and you continue. Oh, this site is not working. Okay, see, it brought us back here. Sometimes it take you to another page, and you are like roaming about, or you can even be able to download the video and not knowing that you have been compromised. Okay, so let me just minimize this and open a notepad. I'm not sure if this can go to the internet and see. Let's see if we can browse. Let me see. Google. Domain controller is not connected to the internet, so I'm not sure we'll be able to browse here. Just to demonstrate, let me put it here. Let me open a notepad. Okay, so let's say this is just for the demo. So let's see if we are going to see this page. We are going to take another screenshot and see if we will have it here. Let's close this. Let me go back to our page and let's take another screenshot. Okay, screenshots. We have another one, BS. You can also record the screen and be monitoring what the user is doing, which is not advisable. So let's go back to okay, let's go back here where we save our, and this is the second screenshot. Here is it. So we can open this, and here we are. we have it here. So please try to subscribe if you enjoy it, like and subscribe. Thank you.